very well. In today's video, I am an alien. I have got green lighting. Don't ask. I'm using this weird ring light thing. Let me see if I can show you guys. So I've used this ring light thing before, and I've mentioned it in a video ages ago. So if you remember that video, you're like an OG watcher. But yeah, I've got like this weird ring light, and I bought it because it said it had a white setting. And like I've said before in a video that I mentioned ages ago, when I do white, it's purple. So the only settings I can really have it on is either yellow or like green. This is meant to be green. Oh, that'll do. That's more normal, right? Are we normal? No, we're never gonna be normal on this channel. Anyway, so yeah, excuse the weird lighting. I am filming at night time. I have been lucky enough to be able to film during the day for the past sort of week or so, couple of weeks. I can't even remember now. But I have been lucky enough to be able to film during the day, but today is different. I'm just filming at night time, so that explains the weird lighting, because my usual light, this is a weird intro that nobody fucking cares about, but my normal light is kaput. I mean, it lasts, oh, that looks really bright, but look, it's just very slowly dying already. It literally lasts like 10 seconds and it's dead. I have no batteries for it. So the aim of the game for this video, after this long annoying intro, I'm so sorry, I'm going to talk about rib tattoos. I mentioned doing a video about rib tattoos in my most painful tattoo video, I think it was. Yeah, and I said, do any of you guys, you know, need a video on something like that, how to get through it. And I think 2 or 3 people said, yeah, that would be a cool video, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to give my people what they want. A lot of you guys commented on that video saying that rib tattoos were the most painful ones for you, so you guys have already been through it or what have you. But there's a few that haven't, and it might be helpful if you want, you know, more rib tattoos down the future if you haven't got them covered or what have you. I've had my ribs tattooed 5 times in total. I had a tattoo there when I was 17, 18, and then I got that covered up by a big, huge side piece. I'll show you guys now. So that's my side piece. You can't really see all of it, but like there's my bra, and it goes all the way up, so it's pretty much, oh my god, it just keeps on going. It's the gift that keeps on giving. So that is my side piece right there. Okay. That took 3 sessions. So I've been tattooed on one side 4 times in total, and then I have script work on this side, which is like dead on my ribs. So yeah, I've had my fair share of rib tattoos. So I would say I'm kind of experienced on the situation. Sorry if I keep looking at my phone, I've written down notes. Like I said before, I have quite a high pain tolerance, which is probably annoying for you guys because it's quite a rarity type thing. I said in my other video, my most painful tattoos video, that I'm the type of person that will just sit there and take it and just be like, I need to get through this. I have to get through this. If I don't, that means I've got to come back and go through it all again. So I'd rather just get it over and done with. For me, rib tattoos just felt like a really annoying, not pain, it was just really annoying. It was like a, you know when you get tickled too hard? This is a bit, I don't know, is it graphic? It's not graphic, it's tickling. But you know when you get like tickled too hard and it's like just, oh, okay, you can stop now type thing. It was like that. It was just like, oh, stop. And I'm quite ticklish as well, so there was a few times where I kind of lost my shit being tattooed, because I was just like, oh, that tickled. And my tattoo artist was just like, you're getting your ribs tattooed and you're laughing. Not gonna question it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna mention is the whole breathing thing. Now I'm gonna get this over and done with, because I know for a fact I'm gonna make you guys think about how you're breathing right now. Don't you just hate that when someone's like, oh, think about how many times you're blinking right now. Just done it to you guys as well, but you know that situation, and then if you ever think about your breathing, you're aware of it type thing. So I'm sorry, you're about to be very aware of your breathing. So yeah, when you're getting your ribs tattooed, you become extremely aware of breathing, like so aware. It's the only thing you can think about for a good half an hour, I would say. Like, it's literally just the only thing that's on your mind is, am I breathing okay? If you're getting a small tattoo on your ribs, like, you may not even be laying there for about half an hour, but if you're having a big session, say like 2, 3, 4, 5 hour session on your ribs, you spend quite a lot of time thinking about breathing, and I will say try not to, but I'll get to that in a second. I mean, the thoughts that were going through my head when I was getting my ribs tattooed was, am I breathing too much? Am I breathing too what's the word I'm looking for? Am I being too motionized? Is that even a word? Am I too emotional? You know what I mean? Like, am I moving too much? I was thinking, should I breathe less? Should I breathe a little bit more shallow? Should I like not breathe at all? Should I hold my breath? Should I just breathe every 20 seconds? And the fact that the tattoo artist is normally pressing down on your ribs as well to, you know, tattoo you, so they sort of put their hands on you. That sounds very graphic, but they do put their hands on you just to tattoo. It's like when you're drawing, you normally put your hand down on like the piece of paper. Elmo, now's not the time. Okay, I literally just had to stroke my rabbit for about 10 minutes to get him to calm the fuck down. And now he's eating, so it's all good. Where did I get to? So yeah, as I was saying, tattoo artists sort of put their hands on you to tattoo because it's like drawing, and it feels like they're pretty much just trying to hold your ribs down from moving. It's not the case, obviously, they're just trying to tattoo you, but when it's like your first or second rib tattoo or your first or second tattoo session on your ribs, you kind of feel like they're trying to stop you from breathing, like it's a sign to stop breathing. It's just like, lady, shh, stop breathing type thing. You're just like, oh, let's not just breathe, let's just become a sea fish and not breathe. But it's not the case, like I said, it's because it's just the way they work. They put the hands on you just to tattoo you like they're drawing. But yeah, what I'm going to say is, honestly, after being tattooed on my ribs for a couple of times, or for at least over an hour, I thought, you know what, screw this, I'm just going to breathe normally, and it was fine. Like, I hadn't got any complaints whatsoever from my tattoo artist. He never said, you know, stop breathing. Tattoo artists know how much of a shit show rib tattoos are. They don't particularly like doing them themselves. That's what I've heard and seen and what have you, but they do not like doing rib tattoos whatsoever. It's one of those things. It's unfortunately a very popular location to be tattooed, and I guess it's one of the downsides of the job. Every job has one. I'm not saying this applies for every tattoo artist, and you don't need to go around looking for a tattoo artist that likes doing rib tattoos. It's a case of, it's just a very awkward place to tattoo because of the movement, because it's bone and then flesh at the same time. So you know where your ribs are, it's like very bony, but then if you go down a little bit more, it's like on your stomach side area where there's not much bone. It's just a hard place to work with. Ribs is one of the notoriously known hardest places to tattoo. So yeah, don't hold your breath, don't change your breathing patterns whatsoever. As long as you're not breathing like some jacked up dog panting away, you're going to be fine. Just keep your breathing, you know, nice and calm and smooth. If you can, make it a little bit more shallower, so just not as much movement, then I would say go for it. Whatever is good for you at the end of the day, to be honest, because rib tattoos for most people aren't fun to go through. So yeah, just make sure that you're comfortable at the end of the day, and don't take the piss, obviously, even. Like I said, don't turn into some sort of wild, rabid beast that's like, don't try and concentrate on it too much. That is literally the worst thing, because then it's just going to be one of those things that makes you uncomfortable. So the next thing I want to talk about was an issue for me as well, and that was laughing. Okay, now I'm quite a laughy, jokey type person. I don't take life seriously or what have you. Like, I'm always laughing, which is, I guess, a good thing for most situations, but not when you're getting a rib tattoo. I did get jabbed by a needle a couple of times, no fault but my own, because I started laughing when the tattoo artist was coming in to penetrate me, so that was obviously my fault. So yeah, I had a few giggle fits as well, because like, when you go to a tattoo artist quite often, you sort of get to know them and their personalities and stuff. So the guy that did my side piece, the big one, he's the guy that did, you know, my black and grey sleeve, any realism tattoo that I had. We know like each other's interests, and we were just probably talking about, I don't know, something that doesn't matter, but I had like a couple of laughing fits, whatever. But it's okay to laugh and stuff. It's a case of know when to laugh, if that's even a thing. Like, I know laughing's a case of, it just happens, it's like a natural reaction. But if a tattoo artist is coming in to stab you, don't laugh then. I know this is probably gonna be hard, but don't laugh then, because you will get stabbed. It's okay to laugh when they're tattooing you on your ribs. Just be careful of your movement, I would say. They're obviously prepared for situations like that. So the next point that I have for you guys is take breaks. Now, I'm not saying take a break every 10 minutes because you can't handle it. I'm saying maybe take breaks every hour or so, just to stand up, stretch out. I, again, didn't take breaks because I am that person that likes to power things out. But if you're struggling, which is totally okay, I would say take a break every hour or so, just to stand up, take a drink, take a breather, breathe like a normal person. Big deep breaths, exhales, inhales, what have you. Just to feel normal again, because you are laying on your side for a long period of time maybe, and that can get uncomfortable, especially on those beds. Like, they are not made for comfort, I will tell you that for free. Laying on like a tattoo bed, it's like a massage chair, but not as comfortable. It's very wooden, there's not much spring to it. You know, if you can, just say to your tattoo artist at your natural stopping point, please can I, you know, stand up, take a drink, go for a pee, go for a shit, I don't know. But honestly, take a break. And it's just good, I don't know, it's just good for your body just to breathe for a second, especially if there's someone pressing down on your ribs as well. I'll quickly mention that I have made a video on how to get through a long tattoo session. That video may benefit you as well, so I would say watch that as well, because I talk about, you know, a whole variety of things on how to get through a long tattoo session. I would say a long tattoo session varies per person. For me, a long tattoo session is about 5-8 hours. For other people, it could be like 2 to 3 hours or 4 or 5 hours, whichever it is for you. I would say check out that video if you haven't watched it already. It may help you in this situation as well. The last point that I have on how to get through a rib tattoo is distraction. Now, laying on your side on your phone the whole time, one, it's going to get boring. Two, there is just not enough entertainment on social media to drag out for like 4 or 5 hours or for however long you're getting tattooed. So I have this weird distraction thing that helps me keep my mind off of whatever's going on when I'm getting tattooed. If it's getting a little bit too much, a little bit too painful, or I'm just getting a bit bored, or I'm getting tired. Through painful parts of tattoos for me, so there was, you know, there was a few areas on my ribs that made me go, oh okay, yeah, I felt that. I mainly use this distraction when I was getting my lower back cover up done. But basically what I do is I move my feet in my shoes. So say my feet are like in my shoes right now, and I will wiggle my toes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. And I'm not even kidding, like I will do that for like half an hour, and it distracts me so much. Like, don't know what it is, but it kind of just doesn't take the pain away. It's not like a paracetamol or whatever, but that distraction of concentrating on just that one thing, of me moving my toes up and down in my shoes, is such a good distraction for me. I'm not sure, so that is like an insider tip for you guys, but that's what I do. I don't know, it helps. I mean, you could probably do it for any body part, but I would say like toes is the easiest one to wiggle about. You know, if you start doing it with your legs, one, your tattoo artist is gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? And you'll be jogging them all over the place. So I would say feet is definitely, you know, the most beneficial one because you're not disturbing anyone. Yeah, try that anyway, and if it works, you're welcome. If you try it for your next tattoo, comment down below and tell me if it works or anything. But I don't know what it is, especially like if you're wearing quite slim shoes, so you haven't got much movement. It's like a little bit of a struggle to move your feet, and again, that's like a big distraction. I don't know, I've just talked about feet. You're welcome, foot fetishes. And I think that's all I can say. And again, like I said, if you've got any tips for anyone that hasn't had a rib tattoo, comment them down below. Also, if you have a rib tattoo, comment down below, you know, what it is. Or if you want a rib tattoo, comment down below what you want. I'd love to read. I want to be nosy. And I hope this video has helped just a smidge. So until my next video, I hope you guys are all doing very well. And until then, bye!